Hello friends, welcome back. So in last session we have had a discussion on introduction of Turing machine. So in this session we will be looking at the definition of Turing machine as well as the condition of acceptance by a Turing machine. So just let's revise in last session what we had. I request all of you, if you are watching this, to understand the definition, you should go back and check the last video under the title Introduction of Turing Machine. Now in this session what we have discussed is how to design a Turing machine moves to accept a particular language, and we have considered this example a raised to n, b raised to n and c raised to n, where n is changing from 1 to infinity. One by one, in last session we have had a discussion about how the logic goes and how to make sure how many state I should have in my finite state machine within my Turing machine. Just to revise, we will see the elements of Turing machine. It's a general tape which is available. So it can be infinite on its right and left, where I have a finite state machine and I have a read write head which is trying to read a single alphabet from its input tape. Now this table represents a single move of your machine, where present state, if it is Q, the current head is scanning A. So based on this information, the machine can take the move, its next move. So for an example, if it is going from state Q to P, by replacing A on input, by replacing A by B and moving towards right. So this overall single move of a machine is represented in a table format, or it can be represented in a state chart diagram. So if you look for this table, so this is my present state Q. Right now I'm scanning A. So based on this, the machine is taking its move to next state P. So this is the next state of a machine P, where this A input tape is replaced by B. It is overwritten, and the machine head moves towards right. So this last column represents the direction of the movement of a head. Either it can go left, right, or stay wherever it is. Now based on this discussion, just we'll go across the definition of a Turing machine and try to understand what it means. So a Turing machine is a 5 tuples. So it's composed of 5 tuples: capital Q, sigma, gamma, delta and Q0. Now most of them are familiar, as if we have gone across the finite automata as well as PDA. So most of them are similar. Just go across this once. So where what Q stand for is a finite set of states. So if you allow me to explain this with this example, so it is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 states. Okay, now we won't include HA and HR in Q. These are considered to be a halt and reject and halt and accept. These are two different states from this Q, but this can be involved in the number of states. So those many states, and it's supposed to be finite. So assume not to contain HA and HR. So as I said, these are two separate new states which stands for halt and accept and halt and reject. So accepting on halt, accepting on reject. So rejecting while halting. The two halting states, the same symbols will be used for the halt states of every Turing machine. So for every Turing machine, HA and HR are common for most of the Turing machines. So what sigma stands for? So sigma and gamma, what these stands for? So sigma and gamma are finite sets. So it must be finite. It must be compulsory. The input and tape alphabets. So two symbols are different. As of now, we have seen sigma represents input symbol and in this Turing machine, gamma stands for tape alphabets. Okay, respectively with what the condition is, sigma is always a subset of this gamma, where gamma is assumed not to contain blank symbols. So see, if you allow me with the same input, what I mean to say is, if on the input, on the given parameters, so if this is the condition, all symbols, if it exists on tab, it be represented as gamma. So what we write on this, so presently we will give our input to the Turing machine on this step. Okay, so this input which is represented by sigma is always a subset of this gamma in that respect. So both states are common, so input whatever we are giving should be available on this step. With that respect, your input is always considered to be a subset of this tape symbols. Now what next is, so Q0 would be considered as an initial state of a machine as usually. Now this is important, how the transition takes place. So this is delta. So what it says, it's a Q cross gamma union null. So if you remember this table, we try to visualize this table as how it is represented as. So this two information, so present state and the symbol being scanned. So this is my Q, and what you're reading across this step, either it would be a valid input, that is which is available on my tab, that is gamma input, gamma represented as the symbol available on tab. Either it would be a valid input or it can be a null symbol. So with this two notational system, what it represents, this transition being into a particular state and reading either a blank symbol or I am reading a valid tape alphabet. Tape alphabets are nothing but which you giving as an input to your tape. So this combination, see across this, what it results in, this is a function from domain to range mapping. So this is a domain Q cross. See, this is what you're reading, and based on this you decide what would be your next state. So next state would be any particular Q state, finite state of states, it as well as it can be a halting state as well as rejection state. Now from Q I can go back to the next state, and this available input I can modify. So what I'm modifying is all tape alphabets, so it can replace the valid symbols either by a valid tape alphabet or it can replace by null. And after rewriting the tape alphabets, where the move of the head can be either it go towards right, left, or stay where it is. So this is what we have seen. This is represented as a partial function. So delta Qx stands for being into a particular state, reading a tape alphabet. So I'm switching back from Q state to R. It's a single move of your machine, and X is replaced by Y, and this D represents the direction. Either your head move towards right, left, or stay where it is. Now I hope you understand the simple definition of a Turing machine and how, with respect to this example which we have covered in the previous session. Now one thing to note, that now you have two terminologies. Either all the moves can be represented by the state chart diagram. If the state chart diagram of a machine is given, I can convert this back to this table. Okay, so table, it represents the same information as it of your state diagram. So vice versa it is possible. So given this table, I can convert this back to state chart diagram, or state diagram once if it is given, I can convert this back to table, like table structure of a delta or a single move of your machine. So what all moves you see on this transition table, it will be available in this particular tables and vice versa. Now we'll go across and see acceptance by Turing machine. Let me read this first and then we'll elaborate. See, if T, so T is representation as a Turing machine, which is composed of this 5 tuples, which we have just seen, is a Turing machine. And whatever we are passing, X belongs to sigma star, it's a valid input. X is accepted by T if starting in the initial configuration. So what is initial configuration of a machine is? See, this is the initial configuration of a machine. So Q0 would be its initial state, where the arrow coming from nowhere, which is represented in your state chart diagram, and this is a particular string which is received on my tab. So on the left and right of this string you have a blank symbol, so it is represented by delta. So this is my initial configuration. Or you can represent, or you can visualize this something like this. So this is my state number, initial state X, and then this is blank symbol, and this is the whole X which we are passing using Turing machine. Okay, so if the starting in the initial configuration, so this corresponding to input X, so what we are processing X, T, the Turing machine eventually reaches on accepting configuration. So what accepting configuration is supposed to be? You are in a HA state. If you are after consumption of all the inputs, after all the processing of your Turing machine, if the last state you will be in, which is, if it is HA, accept, halt with accept, okay, then we conclude that this is, the string is accepted. We won't care what is available on tab. Okay, so we'll only go across. So these can be specified as an accepting state, but in Turing machine this is not represented as capital A. HA and HA are two distinct states which is reserved for Turing machine. One is for accept and halt, reject and halt. HR stands for and HA stands for. The language accepted by T is a set of input string accepted by T itself. So by definition is very clear. And if you think of what Y, A and Z would be, so Y and Z, it can be a valid tape symbol, okay, tape alphabet combination. Either it can be a tape valid tape alphabet, or it can be a valid null symbol, or blank symbol. Okay, and single A is, it's a combination. So Y and Z, these are strings, and A is a single alphabet. It is not represented by star. Okay, now just go back with our previous example and let's see. After we have already processed this, so starting configuration, we are in this initial state X, we are processing this, and what is after processing, where we halted. So this is the last configuration where we stop after processing. So this is HA, and this is all left on your input stack. So this is the accepting. So if you can visualize this, this is your initial configuration and this is your final configuration of machine. Configuration is nothing but it's a particular state of a machine. Okay, now you would have understood how the string get accepted and rejected. So what would be the rejection state? You will never reach to this particular HA. You will either terminate it with HR, or you would terminate it with Q1, Q2, Q3, any except this HA. So then the string will be simply rejected. I hope you understand the Turing machine definition with respect to that example, and how this delta transition looks like and what this exactly mean. And we also seen what do you mean by acceptance by Turing machine. So this is starting with the initial configuration. If the Turing machine reaches with 0 or more steps, if it reaches to an HA, I won't care what is available on tab, but it reaches to an halting state with accept, so we'll accept that string. Otherwise, we'll straight away reject a particular string. I hope you understand this basic definition of an acceptance by a Turing machine. Thank you. Thank you very much.